Just about set to go. Today's starting pitcher, Spencer Strider. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, what quickly stands out to me for this guy is that he comes in with a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio on the season. So when you consider consistency, the ability to get swings and misses, and to limit base runners, that's critical in winning games today, especially when teams are depending on the big swing, the home run, to win ball games.
Sam Hilliard, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one.
No strike.
Swings and misses. And a count 1-1.
Strider's a guy known for his velocity. He can bring it, but that wasn't always the case. Coming back from an injury in college, Strider was throwing 94 to 96 miles per hour, Boog, when the Braves drafted him. Now he lights up the radar gun with triple-digit speeds.
The 1-2. Swings and misses. Now one away.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good two-strike pitch right there. At worst-case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Thairo Estrada to the plate. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. And the first pitch misses for ball one. One out, base is empty. And that one is lifted in the air. Ozuna sizing this one up. And he makes the catch. 2 down. Take a look at the lineup. This is not a team that's had much success driving the baseball so far this year. They have to rely on stringing hits together as opposed to scoring a lot of runs on homers, doubles, and triples. So it's hard to bunch runs together.
And that's exhausting when your team is at the bottom of the league in slugging percentage, and how much it takes, Boog, for you to put together a rally and put together a big inning. Just a difficult thing to do consistently over a long season. So somehow, some way, somebody's going to have to find some power in this lineup so that they can have some easier wins and enjoy this season a little bit more.
To third. And that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Caught it out front and ripped it down the line. And as soon as he saw it get through the infield, man, he started making that big turn towards second for the double.
So runner at second, 2 down. There's Ryan McMahon now. Swinging a foul straight back.
Well, a really good chance right here to pick up a run in the top of the first after what seemed to be a real quiet start to the inning.
Here's your 1. Swings through that. Goodman on at second with 2 down. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss.
Now that's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back here in Atlanta. And on the hill, Chase Stolander. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, you know this guy wants to be better than that. I mean, the ERA is bloated. He understands that he's got to put his team in a better position to win ball games. And at this point, you have to forget about your own individual stats, and you have to go out there and attack and try to get that W. And if you do that, you'll look up, and most likely that ERA will have dropped over time.
Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 2.
That one called just inside, I think. And on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though. But he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Freeman pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down. Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. It features a great veteran presence, Matt Olson.
And Boog, he's a big-time run producer for these guys, man. Leading the team in homers, runs batted in, doing damage on the regular, man. Making opposing pitchers just sweat out there. It's kind of fun to watch. Get ready for a show when he steps into the box.
Alex Verdugo in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Right through there for a strike. And he swings over the top there.
1-2.
And a swing and a miss. That's out number 2. Here's Austin Riley. First pitch doesn't find the zone. On the ground. McMahon fires over to first. That's the inning. Braves are set down 1-2-3. Scoreless after 1. Top of the second. So in now for Colorado, Brenton Doyle. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Strider back to work. That one is absolutely belted. And it's off the wall. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's the shortstop at the play, Mickey Moniak. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
Dives and he can't hang on. Man at second. Got him. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
Just 3 pitches for the punch out right there. Very efficient, I'll say. And started him out with off-speed stuff on the first 2 strikes. And at that point as a hitter, it's hard to know what's coming 0-2. You want to stay back and try to be ready for something soft, but you also have to be able to hit the fastball. And if you are looking for something hard, it can be pretty tough to catch up to because you don't have a chance to time it. So he threw it right by him there and sent him packing.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A massive home run. His 9th homer of the year, and they add a pair. It's 2-0.
No, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
Kyle Farmer up to the plate now. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Strider out there on the mound for this one, and he's a guy who had a really impressive college career but needed Tommy John surgery while playing for Clemson.
Next offering upstairs.
You know, Boog, Strider spent time with a sports psychologist at Clemson while rehabbing from his surgery. They talked a lot about the concept of purpose and the importance of having a defined goal for everything you do. You know, it's something Strider now preaches himself.
That one outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Here's Tyler Freeman to hit. Lifted in the air, right field. Acuna makes the catch, and that'll do it. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning, and now the first baseman, Matt Olson.
So after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Here comes the 0-1. And that one is inside. Kenny Jansen doing home plate duties in this one.
Not a huge strike zone from Jansen, so he can't really be called a pitcher's umpire, but he does like the bottom part of the strike zone. We may see some pitchers steal a few strikes down there, especially the ones right below the knees. That's if their catcher can present it properly.
Ball 2.
Outside. Now 2 balls and a strike. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
Ball.
As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have picked, and that squirts through. Now he'll turn for second. And he's got a leadoff double.
Good piece of hitting going the other way with that pitch to beat the shift. You know, not a lot of guys are willing to do that, even with the shift on, because they're looking to pull the ball with authority. But it's a pretty easy hit if you want it.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Marcell Ozuna getting ready to hit. In there at the knees. It's 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Hard hit left side. Handles, throws to first. That's 1 out, the bottom of the second.
Batting 6, catcher, Drake Baldwin.
And now Drake Baldwin.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
Fought off foul. That to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 away now. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Pitch
Ball.
misses, and it's 1-0.
1 ball. No strike.
Olson stands at second with 2 gone. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Man on second, 2 down. That
2-1.
misses, and it's 2-1. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout inning over. No advance. Good job behind the dish. One hit, one left. We played 2 full. It's the Rockies 2 and the Braves nothing. Back at Truist Park, here's the left fielder, Sam Hilliard. Hilliard, in his 5th season, hitting leadoff in today's game, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers.
Didn't recognize off speed, thought it was fastball, a little bit out in front.
And he can't come up with it.
Now batting, second baseman, Jairo Estrada.
So a man aboard. Now it's the second baseman, Jairo Estrada. Fly to left his first time.
Ball.
This one in the dirt. To second, but way too late. Safe there. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Can't imagine he's too happy with that one on the mound. Just one pitch after giving up the single, he basically turns it into a double.
And the 1-0. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it. Runner tags at second, in there safely. Stepping in, Hunter Goodman doubled his first time.
You have to find a way to score the runner from third, especially with less than 2 outs. Wait for the pitch you want and hit it as hard as you can.
And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. And the slider just misses. Just off the inside edge.
Oh, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Late that time, it's strike 2.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Hammered, and this one could be extra bases. Runner in from third to extend their lead. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Comes through with the RBI. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
One out, runner at second. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. His first at bat was a strikeout. There's a swing and a miss.
No ball. 1 strike.
Fastball is outside. Runner at second here, one gone. Caught him looking for the K.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Coming home, the throw in. Safe! And the runner from second scores on the play. And it's 4-0. So a man at first. Mickey Moniak digs in now. Strider keeping him close. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Bad. The batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a couple left on. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Rockies 4 and the Braves nothing. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II. First pitch, just misses. Up the middle, Estrada. In plenty of time to first, and a quick out number 1.
The shortstop, Nick Allen.
Next to hit, Nick Allen. On the ground to third. McMahon fires over to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr.
So the lineup flips over. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Flied to right his first time. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Hilliard makes the move on it. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. So they make short work of him there. 3 innings complete. It's the Rockies 4 and the Braves nothing. Back here in Atlanta, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Kyle Farmer. That clips the corner.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
That one off the mark, and it's a ball and a strike. Inside, just missed.
Well, these Rockies doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. Pitch count is pretty high, and they've played it 4 runs already, so I think it's safe to say their game plan is working out pretty well right now.
And it remains 2-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The 2-2 stays alive. On the ground to third. Throw on to Olsen. That's the first out in the top of the fourth.
Now batting, right fielder, Tyler Freeman.
At the plate, Tyler Freeman.
So they forced the starter to put in a lot of work, and they've been able to get to him for some runs. And hopefully that bullpen phone is working today.
And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Comes up empty.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
That one pushed foul. Two outs. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Jose Ruiz getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Schwellenbach getting loose as well. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And that'll do it. Nothing doing for the Rockies. They lead 4-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the fourth. Now it's the DH, Alex Verdugo. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
You know, these Braves, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. They're swinging early, being aggressive, but 1 or 2 pitches later, the at-bat is over. That's not going to cut it if it's not resulting in hits, so they might want to be a little more selective up there.
And that one hit to first. Gloves it on the dive. And that's a great play for the out.
Well, he makes a great decision to go ahead and dive to stop that ball. Nice little flip to the pitcher covering. Those are those PFPs, pitchers fielding plays.
Here comes Austin Riley. First time up, he grounded to third. Now this one's crushed down the line. Hooking, foul ball.
All over the first pitch fastball right there, but just a little bit out front. Got to let it travel just a bit more.
Check swing, called strike.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm, set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
And 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
2 strikes.
To the right side, and that one handled. Sends it to first. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth.
I wasn't sure if he was going to get to this one or not. Had to go a pretty good way there in the shallow right field. But then after that, it's a tough angle after you square up your shoulders to throw to first base. Not the normal position, but a really good job defensively right there.
And now Matt Olson up to hit. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Two down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And that is out of play. Started to go after it. Now we'll look down to third. And no swing, says Jerry Hillsdale. Two balls, two strikes to count with two outs. Farmer makes the grab, and that's the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. On to the top of the fifth we go. It's the Rockies 4 and the Braves nothing. Spencer Schwellenbach gets the call from the pen.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Here's the second baseman, Thairo Estrada. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
And the slider just misses.
The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Harris calls it in, and there's one away.
Up next for Colorado, catcher Hunter.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Hunter Goodman. And there's a strike. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Righty delivers. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
That's out to center field. Harris has a beat on it. Makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, third baseman.
So digging in, Ryan McMahon. 0 for 2 in this one. And that misses. And that's ball one.
1-0.
And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Albies over to first in time. That ends the frame. Offense held in check there. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the Rockies 4 and the Braves nothing. Back at Truist Park, we head to the bottom of the fifth. Now the left fielder, Marcell Ozuna. Dolander back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Braves, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Outside low. Going to count 1-2.
1-2.
Checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. And that's a strikeout. Mike Fillmore says he won around.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
So now to the plate for Atlanta, Drake Baldwin. He's 0 for 1. Ball one, no strikes. The Rockies leading by 4, last half of inning number 5. And another ball. Yeah, that's fouled off. Next pitch is outside.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Right side, hard hit. And he handles it himself for the out.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
2 down, base is empty. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. He's 0 for 1. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1.
1-0.
Fastball is outside.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Line drive, base hit. And they have their first hit since the 2nd inning.
Now batting, center fielder.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Runner at first with 2 away. Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. 0 for 1 so far.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
The 0-1. Into center and a base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs. Nick Allen now at the plate. Grounded out his first time. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. And that is that. 2 left for Atlanta. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. And we're back. And stepping in is the speedy Brenton Doyle. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
On the corner for a strike. 0-1. Schwellenbach goes 6'1", 200 pounds, and he was a 2nd-round pick in 2021.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. Swings through it for the K. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
That misses. Ball 1.
1-1.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. The shortstop takes the ball. That one fouled off, 2-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Next for Colorado, Jordan Beck. And he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A 2-run shot in the 2nd inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way.
Liner, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Man at first, and here's the first baseman, Kyle Farmer. In there, and it's 0-1. And that one off the outside edge.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that one wrapped foul. Beck off of first with 2 away. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And there's a ball. That misses, and that's ball 3.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Two outs. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Fights it off. He'll see another. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
First and second, 2 outs. Freeman will hit next. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings. Swing and a foul out of play.
First and second, 2 down. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Yeah, with 2 strikes here, you really want to miss outside the zone with that breaking ball.
2 on, 2 outs. Just missed.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. 2 on, 2 outs. That one misses. 2-2. And that's downstairs and outside.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. No runs, a hit, 2 left. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Rockies 4 and the Braves nothing. Back here in Atlanta, and here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Upstairs.
Talk about the right guy at the right spot. They really need a rally, and this guy is someone you can believe in to find a way to get on base.
Swings and misses. And the count 1-1.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
That misses the zone, and the count is 3-1. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Here's Alex Verdugo.
Leadoff man on. It's time to play a little small ball. Get some base runners. Try to dig yourself out of the hole.
That one missed.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
And there's one down.
Now batting, third baseman, Austin Riley.
Austin Riley at the plate has grounded out a couple of times. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Way high.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Coming home. He'll score easily.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. He somehow got to that outside pitch and pulled it hard into the outfield. Not exactly what you're supposed to do with that kind of location, but you would know it by how the ball came off his bat.
Here's Matt Olson down. 1 for 2. Ground ball right side, and that chance handled. Tosses to first, and Olson is set down.
I wasn't sure if he was going to get to this one or not. Had to go a pretty good way there in the shallow right field. But then after that, it's a tough angle after you square up your shoulders to throw to first base. Not the normal position, but a really good job defensively right there.
Turned on, but foul wide of third. that gets the top of the zone for a strike. The Rockies have some action in the pen. Jimmy Herget preparing to come on if needed. Kinley warming up as well. And that just misses.
This hitter's been seeing good velocity in the at-bat. He's kind of set up for that changeup. He hasn't seen it yet. Looks just like a fastball out of the hand.
Here's the pitch to Ozuna. In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate. Two on the way. That one is upstairs. Drake Baldwin next to bat for the Braves. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So a run on one hit, no errors, and a man left. Seventh inning coming up. It's the Rockies 4 and the Braves 1. Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jose Ruiz.
Well, he's been a bit of a wild card out there in terms of throwing strikes. He's definitely struggled with free passes this year.
Back to the top of the order now. Sam Hilliard getting ready to hit. 1 for 3. That's too low. 1-0.
All these Rockies digging into their numbers have to be happy with the swings they're taking. Just look at how the ball's coming off their bats and tell me it's fun playing defense at this level. They've got 7 hits at 90+ miles per hour exit velocity, so you got to look alive out there.
2-0. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Next offering is in for a strike. And that one in the air center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 away.
Now batting, second baseman, Tyro Estrada.
Now the number 2 hitter, Tyro Estrada. 0 for 3 in this one. Out to short. Throw on to Olsen, and Estrada is out. Hunter Goodman digging in for the Rockies. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. And that is ball 1. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Aaron Bummer getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. De Los Santos also throwing. The 1-0. Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. The 1-1 is fouled off. Next pitch is downstairs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Two down, nobody on. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Rockies are down quietly, but they lead at 4-1. Set for the last half of the seventh. And here's the catcher, Drake Baldwin. First pitch misses.
Ball 2.
Fastball for a strike.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
And a 2-1 hammered but foul. And there's a ball. Up the middle, and that one handled. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Chase Stolander done for the day, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment. Jimmy Herget takes over on the mound.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. And that's downstairs. And it's 1-0.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
And another ball. Nobody out. Runner at first. Check swing, and he went. Now 2 balls and a strike.
1 strike.
And that one fouled off. That just misses. 3-2 now. The 3-2 is outside, and it's ball 4. Now the Braves have the tying run in scoring position.
Base knock, and now a free pass. This has the makings of a big inning if they can get a couple more quality at bats.
Michael Harris the second, the next to hit.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Tying run at the plate. Off the mark there. 1-1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Fired to second. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
Nick Allen Next up for the Braves, this is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone, and worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
The tying run at the plate. Fought off foul. In the dirt. Save!
With 2 on and 1 out, you're just hoping you can get a double play ball to get yourself out of the inning. But now you've really got some work to do. You need a big strikeout here.
Goes down looking.
So far, just one of those days for this lineup. You get a couple of runners on, and you're looking at having a big inning, and that strikeout right there just pours water on the fire. You look for the next hitter to step up and try to do something, pick up his teammate and his glove.
And here comes Ronald Acuna Jr. in a huge spot. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run.
2 strikes.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th, Aaron Bummer.
And he's been racking up strikeouts at a high rate this year, typically at least 1 an inning, so he'll be tough to get to.
Ryan McMahon digs in now, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And first offering is fouled off. Bummer deals. That's off the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's inside. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Tosses to first.
He's out.
Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Now batting, center fielder, Brenton Doyle.
And now the center fielder, Brenton Doyle. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Ball to strike. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper.
Ball 3.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. That's ball 4. Tried another sweeper, but couldn't find a zone.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Man at first with one gone. Now here is Mickey Moniak. He's been a great free agent sign. Now snap throw to first. And he dives back in safely. And the sweeper misses for a ball. And that's outside. And that's ball two. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes. That's in for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. In the air, left field, down the line. And that's a foul ball. And that is a good eye on a pitch down low, and it's a full count. Gets a piece and stays alive. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Man at second. That one lifted to left. Ozuna makes the grab, and there's two down.
Up next for Colorado, the designated hitter, Jordan Beck.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Jordan Beck. He's already homered in this game. That one's in there, 0-1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
And a strike in there.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. The Rockies strand one as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth, Tyler Kinley. He's been so good against lefties. So here's the Braves designated hitter, Alex Verdugo.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth, that closer's coming in.
Left field, Hilliard makes the grab, one down. Here is Austin Riley.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Out to short, boots it. And he's going to make it to first, and we'll see how they score it.
Looked to me like he kind of let the ball play him instead of playing the ball, and it just ate him up. His hands get stiff, and even the best infielders make these kinds of mistakes. You just have to learn from it and move on.
One down. Here is Matt Olson. And that one upstairs, ball one. Here's the pitch to Olson. And that's in there at the knees. And that's ripped into left. Base hit. And that forces the runner to hold on at second. 2 on with 1 away.
Everything came together for him. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. Really important at bat coming up now.
First and second, 1 out. Here's Marcell Ozuna. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
With the tying run at the plate, here the bottom half of the 8th inning.
One, two.
On the ground to the left. Down the line, and it's foul. Tying run at the plate. That
2-2.
one not close. And the count is 2-2. And a swing and a miss. And now 2 gone. Drake Baldwin will hit next. And that's off the outside edge. And that's ball 1.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
2 outs. To the right side. Throws to first in time. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. 1 hit, 1 error in the inning, but they wind up leaving 2. Through 8 full, it's the Rockies 4 and the Braves 1. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Angel De Los Santos.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So in now for Colorado, Kyle Farmer. And that one is downstairs, and that's ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Bryce Elder getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Harris hauls it in for the out. And there's 1 away.
Up next for Colorado, right fielder,
And now the right fielder, Tyler Freeman. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. De Los Santos goes 6 feet 3 inches, 29 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. That one finds the corner, and that is strike 2.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
That one out to right. Acuna on the run. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. And there's 2 away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Hilliard in the box now. No balls and a strike. Two down, nobody on. Missed with a changeup, and it's 1-1.
1-1.
Late on that fastball.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Not close with that one. Ball 2. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Bottom part of the order. 7-8-9. 2 up in inning number 9. It's the Rockies 4 and the Braves 1. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Zach Agnos.
Left-handed batter at the plate, and he's been excellent in those matchups this year, so this seems like a calculated move.
Ozzie Albies now at the plate.
Second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. Just missed.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
So a man aboard, Michael Harris II. Next up for the Braves.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And a foul ball. Swing and a ground ball. It's through for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Now it's the shortstop, Nick Allen. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Fastball is outside. Tying run at the plate. Fastball for a strike.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
And a count 1-2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
With the tying run at the plate, we're in the last half of the 9th inning. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but it certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
He's 2 outs away. And next for Atlanta, Ronald Acuna Jr. And fouled off. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Doyle on his way over. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting, designated hitter, Alex Verdugo.
Big spot here, bottom of the 9th. Down to their final out, Alex Verdugo. Next up for the Braves. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
1 ball, no strikes.
Moniak. And that is the ball game.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
4-1 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.